Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Exciting day today. Blade is finally in Marvel Strike Force. As you can see here, the Vampire Slayer himself. So, if you guys caught my video from earlier today, no, we will not be coring for him just yet. I want to see how the data mines look, and I want to see how his future event upcoming is going to be like. Because I suspect if it's going to be free-to-play friendly, there's no need to use cores just yet, especially since we know Oath and Man-Thing are right around the corner as well. He may very well be the feature character. So just disclaimer, guys, be very, very cautious. Remember, power cores are one of the most important resources now in the game. So we definitely want to be smart and, conserving them. That way it's useful too, right? But anyways, guys, the good news is with his introduction into the game, though, we do get at least his feature red stars. So I'm just going to be lazy about this. I'm just going to go straight to the 7 red. As you guys can see, we have a massive supply that we've built up here. So we're just going to see how we do today. How many tries we'll take. And boom, just like that, we finally got him. Good to go here at 7 red, and it's going to be parked there for quite some time until we see how many more shards we can get. Now, let's take a look at his kit. Let's take a look at the T4 recommendations as well as each of his awakened abilities and as well what potential ISO-8 is going to be for Blade. Okay, starting off with Blade's Silver Slash basic ability. So you can see here, he's going to be attacking primary target for percentage damage piercing. This attack also ignores defense up, is unavoidable, and cannot be blocked. So that's going to be a signature trait of Blade's across the board. You can see with this basic ability, as you level this up as well, he's going to have actually the capability here to reduce speed bar. And that this does actually get increased here, as you can see, from the level 6, but as well, his attack also repeats. So there is a potential here that he can actually do 3 attacks if you put him in as an ISO-8 striker. So there's more opportunities to talk about that in a bit. But as you can see, the final T4 here is in some additional crit damage here utilized. So again, another nod to a potential ISO-8 that you can utilize Blade for. So this is more of a luxury in my honest opinion for his basic ability. But remember, the T4 is actually level 7, which gives him the repeat. And then the Awaken basic is what gives him the level 8 here. So something to be mindful of there. All of his abilities require Awakened materials. So that's the one caveat if you are planning to bring this character up, especially for not just Mystic Raids, but in general as a plug-and-play character. His special ability, Glaive Volley. So attacking primary and adjacent targets for 90% piercing, and once again, ignoring defense up, unavoidable, and can't be blocked. This ability also has, once again, the opportunity here to increase piercing. He also clears speed up on the primary targets, applies slow, and secondary targets do get applied as well. And the additional slow is going to be expanded when you do T4 this ability here. The Awakened ability here allows him to clear all negative effects from himself, so a cleanse, and he also clears 1 negative effect from allies. So it's just a nice little value add for his respective NIGHTSTALKER's team. Absolutely not necessary, but it's going to be a nice addition here, especially since it applies outside of raids as well, and it's going to benefit NIGHTSTALKERs entirely as a whole, and actually all allies in general. So it's a great plug-and-play ability, but in the meantime, there are some other abilities that we should be focusing in on from the Awaken ability standpoint. And most notably, I think his most empowered ability here is actually Damper's Fury. It's his key ultimate, but as well having additional turn meter and piercing. Let's take a look. So attacking primary and adjacent targets for piercing damage once again. So very similar to what we've seen with the rest of his kit, right? There's speed bar reduction here, and it adds an additional one for the primary and secondary targets too. As well as clearing immunity on primary and secondary targets, in addition to disruption. So this is the T4. Definitely would recommend it because all of his abilities are definitely notable. But this Awaken ability, which by the way, folks, you can actually purchase right now in the candy store. So a big one here. I'll show you guys after, but the candy store is big because we do have a free-to-play way to actually get materials for this key ultimate ability, and you can see why it's notable here. Is that the level 7 is the T4 because it adds the additional 20% HP. And redistributes himself, and it bypasses heal blocks, so very similar to what we've seen with the other health steal abilities in the game. That's notable. But yeah, the Awaken ability here applies blind for 2 turns to primary and secondary targets. I mean, it's not an overpowered ability by any means, but the fact that he can apply blind for 2 turns, and if there's enemies grouped up very closely together, it's a very devastating ability because it's blind. Disruption, it bypasses heal block, steal 20% HP, clears immunity, and as well as the turn meter reduction. Massive, massive ultimate ability. This is definitely going to be staple in Blade's kit. And remember, he has the second highest damage in the game after Odin. So he's going to be doing a lot of damage with this ability. So you want to definitely capitalize on this. And again, it's just great that we can actually purchase the Awakened materials right now at the time of release for this character. Last but not least, Daywalker is his passive, so you can see any characters killed by Blade can't be revived, and as well, he deals additional piercing to any vampire enemy, so maybe this is a nod for more future vampires coming to the game. We also see that he actually gains additional drain, and Nightstalkers also get that enhanced passive there. At the end of any turn, he has a 50% chance to flip slow and offense down on 2 random Nightstalkers or self, so it gives him a little bit of value there. More drain additionally added, more of the flipping there as you can see, and notably here, the T4 is on a successful attack by this character. He also does clear defense up and applies defense down. So it's like a double whammy right there. And we don't know yet how these passive materials will be allowed for us to farm free to play. But you can see here, his Awakened passive is going to allow himself that on the ally crit or himself, he's going to also gain that assist mechanic where he does actually kick in for another assisted attack. And as well, increasing his crit chance for self and all allies too. So I think, honestly, I would focus on his special, ultimate, and passive for the T4s. But in terms of Awakened materials, you do want to focus on his ultimate and his passive. And then as for his special and basic ability, those are definitely luxuries. So guys, I think Blade's going to be a perfect staple character to be either a striker or a raider, just given his kit utilization. But the striker is going to allow him to have a third attack, which is really cool. Or if you want to maximize his potential output, raider is great because he can apply vulnerable, and then he can also have increased crit chance and increased critical damage. Now, having said that, I just want to point this to you guys once again. Remember, you can access and farm these Blade Awakened ability materials, as you see on screen here now, effectively live in this candy store here. So make sure you guys take advantage, because this is free to play, and you just have to purchase gold or earn gold, earn candies from other avenues to tap into this. So hopefully this is helpful, guys. Let me know what your game plan is, what your plan for Blade is. I'm going to wait, like I said earlier, I'm going to see how this plays out, what the data mines look like, and how his free-to-play event is going to be. But thankfully, we know that the Power Core orbs are staying in the game for quite some time, given what we've seen with the recent releases. So hopefully that stays true. Thank you for your time as always. Good luck at your guys' orb pulls if you do pull, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.